Hey guys, Duane here. Hope everyone's having a great day. Got three big things for you in retirement that can trip a lot of people up when they're early in retirement. Number one, don't let your pre-retirement career identity define you. A lot of people have trouble with that, especially people in very high-powered positions such as doctors, lawyers, CEOs of big companies. A lot of people have a lot of problem with that. You know, when you're in retirement, the people you meet, a lot of people don't know what you do. They have no idea what you did in the past. A lot of people, they can kind of get hung up in that, and it can actually take them into kind of a downward spiral. I have a good friend who used to be a college professor, and he was used to getting up in front of, you know, anywhere from like, I don't know, 20 to 100 students and speaking. He had a captive audience in front of him all the time. He was used to people sitting there just listening to him speak. And he had this position for, God, what was it, 25, 30 years. So that became very ingrained in his personality. And I got to tell you, it's been a couple of years since he's retired, and it's kind of rough. It's kind of rough because he's, for instance, at a party. You're at a party with someone, he starts speaking, you're in a group of people, and he expects them kind of just to, no matter, without knowing who he is, what he's done in the past, to just kind of like hang on his every word. He's a good friend of mine. I've actually brought it up to him kind of in a soft manner before. I don't know if he sees it or not, but that has totally defined who he is in retirement because he's not getting that same feedback that he's used to. It's almost hard for him to hold a conversation, a normal conversation with people with that give and take that you need to have. Yeah, it's kind of sad. So that's one thing. You're going to learn pretty quick that unless most of the people you hang out with are people you used to work with, they're not going to know who you are. They're not going to know how you're used to be treated and everything. So that's a big one. You got to learn that very quickly. Your retirement identity may not be what your pre-retirement identity was. The second one, don't rely too much on the friends that you currently have that are still working. I know with me, it was a very big thing in the beginning, you know, and a lot of this seems obvious though. When you think about it, it seems obvious. Okay, I want to go out and do something on a Wednesday night. Well, if you're still working, might not be the best thing to go out on a Wednesday night, right? So you have to really adjust to that, you know, unless a lot of the people that you're with are not retired, you really have to adjust to that. Their schedule is not your current schedule. It's totally different now, okay? So, you know, that's another big thing. Also, just relying on people to help you in certain things. I know I've had some instances up at this place that I bought that I'm not really a handyman. I need people to kind of walk me through some of that. I have some friends who are, but they're working. So I have to just wait until the weekend for them to help me. At first it was just like, come on, man, I'm your friend, but they're still working, you idiot. Come on, you can't just rely on them like that. So those are two big things. Number one was identity. Number two, again, don't rely on people that are your friends that are still working to be there for you all the time. One thing I would like to say though is that this is a very early new channel, and I'm trying to get a community together of retired people that can have a give and take back and forth to help each other get through this environment, this you know, economy. If you guys are interested in that, number one, please like this video. Number two, please consider subscribing. Again, we're new, but we're growing fast. And hopefully we can make this into one big thing that works for everyone of moderate income that is looking to, you know, traverse all the different paths of retirement. So the third one is you have to keep learning. You always have to keep learning in retirement. Don't just sit there in front of the TV 3, 4, 5 hours a day. Your brain will just rot. I've said this in another video. Can't just sit there and just like a baked potato, man, and just like, you know, I'm going to just watch this all day long. Keep learning. Keep those juices flowing. It's got to keep going. I remember the first couple months after I retired, I was just like a sloth. Like it was a huge sloth doing nothing. Now, again, it's only 2 months. Yes, you have to, come down from all the stress and everything of a the working day that you're used to. But I found at the end of those 2 months, I don't know, things just kind of felt mushy up there. You know what I'm saying? Now, maybe it's because I just wasn't doing anything. I was so relaxed. But you have to keep those wheels turning, whether it's learning a new task, whether it's, reading. Just the act of reading on itself is very important to keeping Alzheimer, keeping senility at bay. Just the fact of reading itself, that's huge. Other things you can do, learn a new foreign language, if that's your thing. Write a book. As I've said before, I'm a writer. For those who don't know me, I retired at 59. I've been there for about a year and a half. And one of my main interests in retirement is writing. I've currently written 3 novels in the past 10, 15 years, and I'm trying to get them out there to get published. Writing's another huge thing. That keeps your brain just fresh, just growing. Another thing is like what I've done right here. I just started this YouTube channel 3 weeks ago. And it's keeping everything spinning. It's like ideas. It's like, what would you like your online community to be? For me, it's going to be people retired, probably of moderate income, that are in the same situation and want to help each other navigate retirement. So there's one is YouTube, writing, reading. And the thing about reading is if you enjoy reading, it's so much fun. And I mean, you create those other worlds in your heads and everything, in your head. Well, I have 3 heads sometimes, so I don't know, I'm hiding 2 of them right now. But it's just anything to keep those juices flowing. Even if you're out gardening or something, hey, look at how am I going to place this? What am I going to do with this? It's all about thinking outward instead of having the TV deciding things for you. That's a huge difference in how you process information, right? I mean, think about it, when you're sitting on the couch watching TV, you're just soaking it all in. There's really not too much thought process going into it. Anything looking outward, that's could be a huge, but it's a task for your brain, right? So keep those things going, man. You got to keep them going or else things can get stagnant pretty quick. Anyway, in this bad economical start of the week, I hope you guys are doing good. Let's hope for some better stock returns in the near future. And yeah, I'll be giving another update on how my finances are doing very soon. So in the meantime, you guys hang in there. Remember, we got this. And let's go forward, onward, and upward, always.